Hello everyone, and welcome to another Facebook Live. If you're tuning in later, we are here at Hy-Vee on Main Street. I'm with Brett, the store director here, and we are going to give you a brief preview of Business After Hours, which is coming up May 23rd from 5 to 7 p.m. here at Hy-Vee. So first, Brett, I'll have you introduce yourself and tell the viewers a little bit about yourself, how long you've been with Hy-Vee, and what your journey has been up until now.
Well, obviously I'm Brett Shelman. I'm the store director here at the East Main store. I've been with Hy-Vee full-time since September of 2005.
Okay.
I was the typical Iowa kid where Hy-Vee was the place you worked when you were young, and I worked there when I was 14 and 15.
Did you bag groceries?
Yep, bag groceries, went into the meat department. To age myself, that was the late 80s. And the crazy part is, at the age of 15 or 16, I didn't think Hy-Vee was for me. Left, farmed for a while, did some different things, and did not come back then until 2005. And it's been a heck of a journey from that point.
What made you come back in?
Just, my knees were shot. I'm 32 years old. My knees are bad. I wasn't seeing my kids. Not that that's a whole lot better now. But, it was just the right thing to do at the time, and came back in and wondered why I ever left. And then it was just hammer down, with a goal of getting the store. And I was fortunate that in a fairly short period of time in the Hy-Vee world, 8-9 years, I was lucky enough to get one.
So is this your first store director? Have you been a previous director at another store?
I was the director at the Knoxville, Iowa store prior to coming here. The cool thing, Knoxville was one of the original 13 Hy-Vee stores that were incorporated in 1930. So we've been here in this location going on 21 years. The Knoxville store is 82 years.
Wow.
So it was really a lot of heritage there.
Yeah, that is definitely. If you're just tuning in, we're here at Hy-Vee on East Main Street talking about this month's Business After Hours. I'm here with Brett, and we've been talking about a little bit of his timeline coming here to this Hy-Vee store. So I was just talking with a wonderful lady in customer service up front that this store opened in '98. And honestly, I don't remember that. I'm not pulling the young card or anything, but could you talk to us a little bit about this store history here in Galesburg?
Yeah, so again, and that's the other cool thing, like Jerry that you were talking to has been here since the day the store opened.
Yep.
It's a lot of our full-time employees here are in that situation. So as far as Hy-Vee standards go, 20 years is a relatively young store, compared to, again, some in the 80s, my hometown. They came in 1954. I believe Henderson Street's been open since the mid-80s.
I remember Joe
83, 84, I think. So yeah, I mean, we're kind of the young pub in town, but it's hard to believe 20 years. I mean, stuff flies. So.
Yeah. I tell people all the time, making it 5-10 years is such an accomplishment. 20 years. And people have been open. I think I talked to a business that was open for 60 years, and that's quite an accomplishment and a huge round of applause, because that's what makes this area strive. And speaking of community involvement, Hy-Vee does a lot. I was here last week for Stuff the Pantry. We were helping out with that, and then we recently did things with Blessings in a Backpack, correct? So talk about your community involvement that you do here at the store.
It's nothing. I look at it like whether you're 20 years in town or 82 years in town, or whether you're Peoria that's under a decade, it's Hy-Vee's job when they come into a town. And that's not me knocking other large retailers. That's Hy-Vee being a large retailer, acting like we're a business on the town square. And that's where our employee ownership and our autonomy comes in, because the largest shareholder in Hy-Vee is our employees' retirement fund. Our autonomy means that if I want to be one price on a steak and Joey wants to be another, we can.
Yeah.
So what that is, I just think that needs to be 20% of a store director's time is getting out in the community and helping where we can. And we are an extremely silent partner in Blessings in a Backpack. We just help Joel and his crew procure stuff at a great cost, load it up for them, and help. So I mean, that's just us doing our job. It's those guys with the volunteers and the work and watching how they set it up. That's the hard part. For us, it's the easy part, it's the fun part, and it's the part that Hy-Vee ought to do.
Yeah, definitely. And if you want to see what they've been up to. I know that you have a video on your Facebook page, which is linked in the description here. You can see the video they did with Blessings in a Backpack, and also you do a lot of promo with your Thursday night dinners, which I've seen has been a huge success. I've been meaning to get down here. I know my parents have done it, and they've had phenomenal words to say about it. So that's one of the promotions you've got going on. You want to kind of talk about Thursday night dinners?
It's a cool thing, and I can speak at length about that because two and a half years ago, I was sitting with our executive vice president of perishables, and again, I'm in a town at that time of 6,500 people, and he's like, hey, you remember when we used to do the Thursday night dinners? Because we did them a decade ago. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, we ought to retry that. So 3 small stores in that area started it, and all of a sudden it started to take off. And like our first one in Knoxville was 125 people, and then it's 250. And then I get the wise idea that, hey, we're going to do ribs, because there was no real rib place in town.
Yeah.
And I prepped for like 350 people and sold out in an hour and 10 minutes.
That's a lot
And
of
it's
ribs.
like, so then instantly I'm embarrassed,
Yeah.
I'm frustrated, and we'd really started rocking the videos there. And again, a weird thing for a small town, 10,000 people to watch one of our videos. So I come out, run off at the mouth and say, hey, we're going to do ribs again next week, and I prepare for 600. And we ran out in 2.5 hours. So
Dang, that's a
at
lot
this
of
point,
ribs.
I'm even more embarrassed. I'm even more mad at myself. So I do a video and I say, here's the deal, we're going to do a 3rd straight week of ribs. If we run out, I'll go through the line. I'm going to hand you all a business card and pay for your next meal. So we ended up in 3 hours did 987 dinners, and it started rocking. And then, so I was sitting again with Nate probably a year ago, and he's like, you think we can do this company-wide? I'm like, heck yeah. So here it's like, you know, we led the company 2 weeks ago in steak dinners, which was awesome. Henderson Street was near the top last week in chicken breast. But I guess the moral of the story is, yeah, you can go somewhere and get a $5 meal. You're going to be hard pressed to go somewhere and get a $7 steak.
Yeah.
Or the bone-in pork chops, the huge ones are doing, $5. You get a big potato, Texas toast. I always add the Texas toast in. It's like,
I love Texas toast.
because somebody's going to walk away saying, wow, I paid $7 for this. I have more than what I could eat.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Take it home.
Exactly.
Yep.
So it's just more for us. It's about, it's not community involvement because we're charging for it, but it's putting rears in the seats of our dining room on a Thursday night that before might not have ever been full.
I think that's really cool. It's a cool concept, and you brought in the community for it. So I think that says a lot about Hy-Vee as a store, as a community, and what you guys have going on. They have plenty of promotions and stuff going on. So while we could probably sit here all morning and talk about what's going on here at Hy-Vee, come to business after hours. Brett will be there along with his staff. Talk about what they have going on here at Hy-Vee. That will be May 23rd from 5 to 7 p.m. I believe I'm correct. May 23rd, 5 to 7 p.m. Here at Hy-Vee on East Main Street. It's a free networking event for our members, so come talk with Brett, see what you've got going on, and then if they have a Thursday night dinner, then just stay, right? Are you doing Thursday night dinner that night too?
We'll have it that night.
Okay.
We're going to have to kind of rearrange where
Yeah.
everybody's going, but we're going to have some awesome samples.
Okay.
I can't tell you on May 23rd, it's going to be a steak of some sort, but we're going to have a little bit of everything under the sun. I want to make it unique, get some samples here that you might not get anywhere else. Anybody that knows me knows I have more fun than what anybody should. So we'll have a good time. We'll sample some things, and looking forward to seeing everybody.
Awesome, and bring your business cards. That's the most important thing. We've recently started where you leave a business card and take a business card, and evolve that relationship you meet here at Business After Hours outside of the event. So thanks so much, Brett, for taking some time out of your day this morning. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you Thursday, May 23rd.